Every year, American parents spend over $12 billion on baby products marketed as developmental aids. But here's what 73% of new parents don't know. 7 of the most popular products are actually slowing down your baby's natural development. If you've got a baby walker sitting in your nursery, an Einstein-branded video playing on loop, or those adorable baby shoes on your registry, this episode might completely change how you prepare for your little one. Most American parents rely on baby product reviews, recommendations from relatives, and those colorful Target aisles to decide what their baby needs. We're told these products will make our babies smarter, safer, and more advanced. The packaging promises early walking, enhanced brain development, and peace of mind. So we buy them. We register for them. We proudly display them in our Instagram nursery tours. The problem? When you use these products regularly, critical developmental windows close. Neural pathways that should be forming don't. Motor skills that develop naturally through struggle get delayed. The American Academy of Pediatrics has been sounding alarms about these products for years, but the marketing budgets of baby product companies are so massive that their warnings get drowned out. Meanwhile, pediatric physical therapists in cities like Chicago, Austin, and Seattle are seeing the same developmental delays over and over, directly linked to these 7 products. But here's what's interesting. Parents who follow Montessori principles, or those who've worked with occupational therapists, they skip these products entirely. And their babies? They hit motor milestones an average of 6 weeks earlier. Let's start with the most shocking one, baby walkers. A 2018 study from Ohio State University's Nationwide Children's Hospital analyzed 230,000 emergency room visits over 26 years. That's babies injured by walkers requiring medical treatment. But the injuries aren't even the worst part. The developmental harm is what pediatric specialists really worry about. When a baby is placed in a walker, they're suspended in a position where their toes barely touch the ground. This teaches them to walk on tiptoes, using completely wrong muscle groups. Dr. Sarah Mitchell, a pediatric physical therapist in Portland, explains it this way. Babies in walkers skip the crawling phase, which is when crucial cross-lateral brain connections form. These connections affect everything from coordination to reading ability later in life. Canada banned baby walkers in 2004. Meanwhile, they're still sold in every major American retailer. Product number 2, Baby Einstein videos and screen-based learning toys. The University of Washington conducted a study in 2007 that was so damning, Disney actually offered refunds for their Baby Einstein DVDs. They found that for every hour per day babies aged 8 to 16 months watched these videos, they understood 6 to 8 fewer words than babies who didn't watch them. Here's why. Infant brains are wired to learn through 3-dimensional interaction. They need to see your face respond in real time, hear the natural rhythm of conversation, and make the connection between sounds and touch. A screen can't do that. Even the most advanced educational app is just flashing lights to a baby's developing visual cortex. It activates the same reward centers as slot machines, which is why babies seem hypnotized by them, but zero learning is happening. The American Academy of Pediatrics now recommends absolutely no screen time before 18 months, except video chatting with family. Number 3, infant shoes. Those tiny Nikes are adorable, I'll give you that. But podiatrists and physical therapists agree. Babies shouldn't wear shoes until they're walking confidently outdoors. A baby's foot has 26 bones, most of which start as cartilage. When you put a shoe on a developing foot, you're restricting the natural splaying and gripping motion that strengthens the arch and builds balance. A 2007 study in South Africa compared children who grew up barefoot versus those who wore shoes from infancy. The barefoot children had significantly better balance, fewer flat feet, and stronger ankles. The babies need to feel texture, temperature, and surfaces with their feet. That sensory input travels to the brain and literally shapes how their motor cortex develops. Number 4, baby bucket seats and loungers used outside the car. Products like the Bumbo seat or DockATot seem convenient. Your baby sits there safely while you fold laundry or answer emails. But here's what's happening. Babies are spending hours in a C-shaped, curved spine position. This prevents them from developing core strength because the seat is doing all the work. Physical therapist Rebecca Hart in Boston told me she's seen a 40% increase in babies with positional plagiocephaly, flat head syndrome, and delayed sitting skills, all linked to container overuse. Babies need to be on their backs or tummies on the floor. That's where they learn to roll, pivot, and eventually crawl. Every minute in a container is a minute they're not building those essential muscles. Number 5, jumpers and exercisers. These seem perfect. Baby is entertained, upright, and burning energy. But they're suspended in a way that puts all their weight on their hip joints before those joints are ready. Orthopedic specialists warn that this can affect hip socket development. Plus, the bouncing motion babies do in these, it's not natural movement. It teaches them to stiffen their legs instead of bending their knees properly for actual walking. Number 6, sleep positioners and crib bumpers. The Consumer Product Safety Commission has linked these products to 113 infant deaths between 1997 and 2019. But beyond the suffocation risk, they also prevent babies from developing natural head control during sleep. Babies need to turn their heads, push with their arms, and adjust their position. These micro movements build strength. Sleep positioners eliminate that crucial practice time. And number 7, baby mittens beyond the newborn stage. Parents keep these on to prevent scratching, but babies explore the world primarily through their hands in the first 6 months. When you cover their hands, you're blocking thousands of essential sensory experiences. They need to feel their own face, discover their fingers, and learn that they can control these amazing tools. A 2015 study in developmental psychology found that babies allowed unrestricted hand movement showed significantly better fine motor skills and hand-eye coordination at 12 months. So what should you do instead? It's simpler and cheaper than you think. Instead of walkers, just floor time. A safe, clean space where your baby can roll, scoot, and eventually crawl. If you want to encourage standing, use sturdy furniture they can pull up on. Instead of baby videos, your face. Sing to them. Narrate what you're doing. Read actual board books. Those activities build 271% more neural connections than any screen. Instead of shoes, bare feet indoors, soft-soled moccasins, or socks with grips if it's cold. Save real shoes for outdoor walking. Instead of containers, play mats, blankets on the floor, and your supervision. Tummy time from day one builds the foundation for everything that comes next. Instead of jumpers, just wait. Babies will jump when they're developmentally ready, usually around 15 months, and it'll be real jumping with proper biomechanics. Instead of sleep positioners, a bare crib. Just a firm mattress and a fitted sheet. The safest sleep environment is also the best for development. And instead of mittens, keep those tiny nails trimmed and let those hands explore. Here's the bottom line. Babies are brilliantly designed to develop on their own timeline. Our job isn't to accelerate that process with products. It's to provide a safe environment and get out of the way. The American baby product industry wants you to believe you need hundreds of items. But developmental experts from Harvard to Stanford agree. Babies need floor time, face time, and freedom to move. If you're expecting or have a baby under 1, start today. Clear the walkers and jumpers. Turn off the screens. Put your baby on the floor and just watch what happens. You'll likely see more progress in 2 weeks than you saw in 2 months of using those products. I've linked resources from the CDC, AAP, and Pediatric PT associations in the show notes. There's also a free checklist of actually useful baby items that support natural development. What surprised you most from this episode? Drop a comment and let me know which product you're ditching first. Next week, we're talking about why babies actually need to be bored and how constant entertainment is creating attention problems we're only starting to understand. Thanks for listening, and remember, the best thing you can buy your baby is nothing at all.